Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Zach with SquadCast, and I wanted to make another quick video on the top 10 best practices to record a great remote interview. And I'm here in a session in our new V2 experience. I'm going to go ahead and click record. I'm solo today, so I'll put my money where my mouth is and record these top 10 best practices. So the first best practice is to treat your surroundings for the purpose of recording audio. So you want to minimize the amount of noise producing things around you, like your phones, put them on silent. Appliances, maybe heaters or clocks, refrigerators, stuff like that. They all make these little humming noises. So try to, if you can, move away from those. I have dogs. I have an English bulldog. He snores while he's awake. So I like to put him into the room with a treat, and he's all good for my hour-long recording. So treat your surroundings. The second thing is to restart your computer before joining your session. And some folks like to take this even a step further. I know Chris Curran with the Podcast Engineering School recommends that you restart your computer, restart your router, and that's going to kind of set everything to a new solid baseline, and you're going to prioritize your connection for an awesome remote interview. And that's number 2. So the third thing is to join the session using a web browser that is going to aid you in capturing awesome audio. So Google Chrome has been a longtime favorite in SquadCast because of those low-level primitives. It helps us do the stuff that sounds great. And we now in V2 have support for Firefox, Opera, Brave, and Safari coming later this year. So use a browser that's going to help you stay connected and not be too distracting or anything like that. I also recommend closing out all other tabs. We even recommend turning off extensions. Some ad blocking extensions or things like that can monitor your traffic and just kind of get in the way and be noisy in the background. So a quick way to do that, if you have a lot of extensions and you don't want to go through all that, totally cool. Just use incognito. That's cool. Or use Firefox or something else like that that you don't have a bunch of extensions in. So that is number 3, use a browser that's going to support you. Number 4 is to wear headphones while you're recording. This is something that is not a requirement, quote unquote, on SquadCast, but we do highly recommend it because it helps prevent echo that's coming out of your headphones, out of your speakers, from being picked up by your microphone. You don't want to have to deal with that in post-production. So rather than dealing with it in post-production, it's better to deal with it up front by simply wearing headphones. And earbuds solve this problem. Any headphones. They don't have to be big over ear like I have on. It's totally cool. And we highly recommend wearing headphones for that reason. So that is number 5. Number 6 is to record a quick sound check with you and your guest once you're in the session, maybe just to, get comfortable with the red light being on and the clock ticking. All good. Just and then you can listen back to those right in SquadCast to make sure that you're indeed picking up the correct microphone. Your gain sounds good. Your guest sounds great, and then you can record, your hour or whatever you're going to record with confidence that you're using the right equipment. And that's number 6. So number 7 is to, as you, the host, you are thinking forward to your post-production experience, and it's a best practice across audio recording to record a few seconds of room tone. And that's for you and for your guests. So maybe just ask them to be quiet for a moment, and you be quiet for a moment, and then just hit record for like 10 seconds. And that's going to give you room tone to work with in post-production in case you need to insert some silence somewhere. It's going to sound more natural. So that's just a best practice, not a requirement or anything like that, but it is a best practice across recording audio. And that's number 7. Then we get to number 8. Please don't refresh the page while you're recording. We'll actually ask you, hey, are you sure you want to leave the session? But that's going to help ensure that you always capture audio. Now, on SquadCast, we are recording backups of the session from when you join to when you leave, so there's that layer of redundancy. There is also that's the backups. Then there is the primary on top of that when you click record like I am now. That is the primary, and we're uploading that as we're recording it in the background. Progressive upload, as we like to call it. So if you do a refresh or your computer dies or something along those lines, your network goes down, your power goes out, whatever it is, that's all good. We have confidence that you'll have your audio when you come back into the session. And that'll be the primaries and the backup. So we got you covered there, but it just helps keep everybody in sync to not interrupt the conversation, right? We're working hard to get you connected, so stay connected. And that's number 8. So then getting on to number 9, you want to download and save your recordings before you leave. This just make sure you got what you came for. And we now have playback right in the session. So you don't necessarily need to download them. Just, check that you're happy and then go ahead and bounce out and go about your day. So that's number 9. Number 10 is to please ask questions as they arise. We have dedicated support, real-time support in SquadCast. My brother Vince, our audio engineer, is also the head of our support, and he can really help you dial in your equipment if you have some challenges there. We have people with all different kinds of setups, and they all work great on SquadCast. Some of them just need to be settings configured, stuff like that. Like the Rodecaster has this, mix minus setting on it, so we can help with that. But we have dedicated support built in SquadCast, and that is accessible here in the member menu. You can click Get Help. That'll open a real-time chat with us. Or if you're in Green Room and going through your equipment stuff there, that's good too. There's a button right there in Green Room to get help as well. So those are the top 10 top 10 best practices to record a great remote interview on SquadCast. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and click stop. And looks like we got our file all good there. And thanks very much.